Hey boys and girls, welcome to your flip video, your final flip video introducing new stuff about measurement. Today we're going to continue with mass, but we're going to talk about the metric system. Again, a system we don't use in America as much, but it's actually a little bit more laid out better than our system. So we've only got two measurements here. We've got our kilograms and we've got our grams. Kilogram is about 2 pounds. It's about, I'm saying that this cookbook is about a kilogram. It weighs about 2 pounds. Good thing to think of is dictionary. We're going to use the cookbook for this example. So I'm going to write down the kilogram is the cookbook, and it's important that you have the word "the" with it, and it will make sense. The gram is very, very light. Gram is about a paperclip. So not very light, or not very heavy at all. Pretty easy to work with. So I write paperclip. There should be an E in there. Paperclip. And then, obviously, you're not always going to be carrying around a kilogram and a paper clip. So, when you write them down, I'm going to draw myself a little picture. So, I've got the cookbook, and then I'll just draw myself a paper clip. And it's always important that you have the kilogram on the left and the paper clip on the right, which will make sense in the next slide. So, before we move on to the next slide, pause your screen, make sure you have everything that's written down, including this drawing right here. I'm sure it'll look just as good as mine. So, as I said, you always need to have your cookbook on the left, the cookbook, and then your paperclip on the right, and you will see why in a moment. So it says, if I have 5 kilograms, how many grams is that? So I've got 5 kilograms. I'll put my decimal point here. So I'm at the cookbook, and I want to, because that's kilograms, and I want to move the kilograms into grams. So I'm going to move to the right. However, I wouldn't move my decimal point just one place, because I would be moving it by a tens place value. There are actually 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. And the way I remember to move it 3 spaces is that the cookbook is 3 syllables, and paper clip is 3 syllables. So that helps me remember that it's 3 syllables. So I'm going to be moving from the cookbook to the paper clip. So I'm moving to the right, and I'll be moving 3 spaces. So I'll go paper clip, put my decimal point there, and fill in those gaps. Down here it says I have 89 grams. My decimal point always starts to the right. So I'm starting at the paperclip and I'm moving to the left to the cookbook. So I'll say the cookbook, put in my decimal point, fill it in. Awful similar to that concept we were working with the metric distance measurements. Same concept, you're moving the decimal places. Now let's move on to some problems that you'll try, and then we will work through together. So it says how many kilograms in 9,388 grams, and how many grams are in 17 kilograms. So remember the cookbook and the paperclip, and that will help. Okay, hopefully by this point you have solved it. I'm going to go ahead and draw myself my diagram. So I've got the cookbook, and this is just to help me remember which direction I'm moving the decimal point. And I've got my paperclip. So how many kilograms in 9,388 grams? So I'm at grams at the paperclip, and I'm moving to the cookbook. So I'll be moving to the left. And as I'm doing it, I'm moving to the cookbook. So my decimal point's there. This decimal point's all gone. So 9.388 kilograms. Abbreviation is kg. So now we've got 17 kilograms for my decimal point in. So I'm starting at kilograms. I'm moving to grams, or the paperclip. So I'm moving paperclip. That decimal point's gone. Fill these in with zeros. So that is 17,000 grams, or about 17,000 paper clips, which would be a whole heck of a lot of paper clips. So our bring back to school problem is I want you to convert 939 grams into kilograms, and 7 kilograms into grams. I would recommend making sure you have your dictionary, your cookbook on the left and your paperclip on the right, just to tell you which direction you're moving. And remember about the syllables. Every time it's 3 jumps. So bring that back to school in the morning, and I'll see you soon.